Okay, I have another parental thought for you. All right. One of the things that I do, and my dad did it with us children, was to have father and son or father and daughter interviews. It's important that you get to know your children, that you know them, that you know their thoughts, their feelings, their frustrations, their hopes, their desires. So one of the things that I do, and I happen to do it on a monthly basis, but you could do it on a quarterly basis or whatever, but on a monthly basis, I take a few minutes, 15 or 20 minutes with each of my children, and I ask them, hey, what are your goals? What are you working on? What are some thoughts and feelings that you have? You know, I try to get to know them. What we typically do is go up into the master bedroom, we sit on the bed, we relax, and we just have a good conversation. And I ask them about their world. I ask them, you know, what are some frustrations that you're having? What are some things that are bothering you? I really want to know my children's world. I don't want to assume it. I want to ask it. I want to know it. And then what I do is I spend 80% of the time listening. I'll ask a few questions and then I'll listen. I won't try to judge them. I won't try to correct them. I just listen. I try to give them a little bit of counsel when we're in rapport and the love is there. I give them a little bit of counsel and direction. But far too often, parents are not involved in their children's lives. And so that's one thing that I've tried to do. And I try to, you know, really find out what's going on in their lives. And I think just reminding you that that's a possibility of something you can do. And it might be awkward in the beginning, but in time, they will get used to it. They will expect it. And I ask them about their future goals. I ask them about frustrations that they've had at school or whatever else. And sometimes it gets emotional. Sometimes they finally open up and they share some things that otherwise they wouldn't share if they weren't in that moment of rapport. Make sure that you take the time out with your kids to discover their worlds, to discover their lives, to discover their ambitions and their fears and their frustrations. This is critical. All right? And if you'll do that, you'll have a great relationship with your kids. That's my suggestion for you, that you take the time out to have your own little interview with your children. And one of the things that I do too is it helps me become a better parent, because in those interviews I ask them, I say, hey, how can I be a better dad? Right? I want to be a better dad. So what can I do a little differently? And a lot of times they don't really have anything to say about that, but there have been times where they say, you know what, lately, Dad, maybe you could be a little more patient or whatever, right? And so I'll work on that. And I'll say, you know what, son, I will. I'll work on that. I'll promise you, I'll work on that. I'm humble enough, hopefully, to take their counsel as well as me giving them counsel in an effort to try to be the best person that I'm capable of becoming. All right, as you do this, I promise you, it will make a difference in your relationship with your children, and you'll have a greater spirit in your home. I promise you. All right, I wish you the very best, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. I've had a lot to say on this drive back from Canada, so it's been a wonderful time up here. All right, I wish you the best and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.